am going to touch it tonight. Mark Golding is not fit to be Prime Minister of Jamaica. He is condescending. He is disrespectful. He has a bad attitude. And out of his own mouth are going to touch it again.
A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us from, fellow patriots and lovely people. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Diaspora Review. I'm your favorite host, Sam, and I'm really thrilled that you're here today with me. So before we dive into our today's hot topic, I have 3 quick and easy requests. Please like this video, share it with your friends and family, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world, and it helps us bring you more in-depth discussion. So today we're going to be dissecting into a powerful segment that talks about a speech by the Honorable James Robertson, a prominent member of parliament from the Jamaican Labour Party, JLP. And in this clip, Mr. Robertson doesn't hold back, making a fervent case against Mark Golding, the leader of the People's National Party, PNP, asserting that he is simply unfit to be Jamaica's next Prime Minister. Why is Robertson talking about this? Robertson is meticulously picking apart Golding's character and past actions, presenting a lengthy catalogue of instances where he claims Golding displayed this condensing, disrespectful, or just plain classless behavior. It's a list that, according to Robertson, warrants numerous apologies, not just to specific individuals, but to the entire Jamaican populace. What's more, Robertson dismisses Golding's previous apologies as insincere, even referencing a deeply controversial incident involving shackles and slavery, an event he believes the PNP leadership should have addressed with far more conviction. The overall sentiment from the videos video is clear. These alleged missteps don't paint a pretty picture for the PNP's public image. Now, let us watch the rest of the video, and then I'll be back to break it all down with my final commentary. Stay tuned, stay vigilant. I'll be back.
I sat down beside the party leader and I came up with over 12 things Mark Golding should apologize for. He owes the ombudsman an apology. I'm not going to go deep into it because you all are politicians and you know it. He owes Bobby Montague an apology. He owes all the ladies of Jamaica when he referred to somebody as the little lady. When he called labor rights damn fool, he owes us an apology. He owes Michelle Charles an apology when he had the nerve to call her classless. When he said dead people can vote, he owes Jamaica an apology. When he referred to his friends as tapanaris, he owes every one of us here tonight a big, big apology. When he went on a platform in Jamaica and held the chain around a black man, he owes all of us an apology. He has not apologized. His apology requires an apology for when he did. Listen carefully to how he apologized and the language he used. That is no apology. And I am rejecting that apology and telling him, apologize properly. Everybody feel dance, chaka chaka. Everybody do the dance, chaka chaka. There is something that he is going to have to apologize for. But it will not be to Jamaica. It will be none of us in this room because we are choosing Jamaica. Everybody feel dance, chaka chaka. Everybody do the dance, chaka chaka. He will have to apologize to the PNP for not presenting his birth certificate to them. Everybody feel dance, chaka chaka. Everybody do the dance, chaka chaka. I have so much more that I could tell Marky G to apologize. But the last one I have to tell him. When Ronnie Thwaites had to say that Marky G and his friends and his company profited from the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich in 400 years. He needs to apologize for that. Everybody feel dance, chaka chaka. Everybody do the dance, chaka chaka. Others will have to explain why one man can find so many things to apologize for. But I am at a gospel concert tonight, and I will go no further. I want to say to you, Laborites, shower, and God bless you.
Good people, welcome back. And we just witnessed a very address from Member of Parliament James Robertson delivered during a JLP gospel concert in All Harbour. His co-assertion Golding is not fit to be Jamaica's Prime Minister. This sentiment was echoed and amplified by the commentator, right? So adding further weight to the criticism. So let us unpack the specific allegations leveled against Mark Golding and understand their profound significance. Okay, here we are going. First and foremost, Robertson takes aim at Golding's behavioral issues, labeling him as chaotic, condescending, disrespectful, and as having a bad attitude. These ain't just minor character flaws, according to Robertson. He argues that these are fundamental human skills, things like basic mannerism, respectability, and attitude that are absolutely essential for anyone in a position of power. He contrasts this with the past opposition leaders or prime ministers, suggesting that their fundamental decorum was rarely, if ever, called into question. Then there is the pervasive issue of failed apologies. Robertson claims Golding owes apologies for over a dozen incidents, and he firmly believes Golding's past attempts at apologizing have been utterly insufficient. One specific apology was even rejected outright, described as sounding like dismissive, but dismissive, but a little BC another breath. All right. The critical implication here is that Golding's alleged inability to offer sincere apologies points to a disturbing lack of accountability and genuine respect for other people. So let us go through some of these alleged instances where an apology is due. Number one, to the ombudsman. All right, so Golding supposedly owes an apology to the ombudsman. While the source doesn't delve deeply into the specific, it hints that other politicians would grasp the gravity of this particular oversight. Number two, to Bobby Montic. So another individual to whom Golding allegedly owes an apology is Bobby Montic. And to the ladies of Jamaica, of course, Golding is accused of disrespecting women by referring to some of them as the little lady, thereby owing an apology to all the women of Jamaica. This suggests a disregard for gender sensitivity, right? So another thing is he didn't hold an apology with the damnful remark, and allegedly he called the labor rights people damnful and instantly clearly directed at those championing workers' rights, right? And to Michelle Charles, Golding supposedly owes Michelle Charles an apology for calling her classless, implying blatant disrespect and condemnation. For dead people can vote. A serious accusation is that Golding owes Jamaica an apology for stating dead people can vote. This implies either a startling disregard for electorate integrity or a disturbingly flamboyant attitude towards serious national matters. And okay, for the Teponari's remarks, Golding allegedly needs to apologize for referring to his friends as Teponaris. There's the implication that is it's an offensive term requiring an apology. For the Shackles incidents, this is perhaps one of the most egregious accusations. Golding allegedly owes an apology for going on a platform in Jamaica and held the chain around a black man. This act is described as making fun of something like slavery, which is emphatically declared as not funny, not cute, and not cool to the Jamaican people. This deeply offensive action left many uncomfortable and, of course, disgusted. It's highlighted as a severe mistake, particularly given Jamaica's painful history, and PNP should have immediately run those guys out of the party, like McCalling, for such an egregious display, like supporting slavery. Beyond apologies, Robertson raises other serious questions about Golding's misconduct, that is, failure to present birth certificate. Like he will have to apologize to PNP for not presenting his birth certificate to them. While the full significance isn't explicitly detailed, it strongly implies a lack of transparency or adherence to internal party protocols. Profiting from wealth transfer and profoundly damaging accusations alleges that Golding and his associates profited from the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor people to the rich in 400 years. This suggests exploitation and direct contribution to economic inequality, implying a fundamental betrayal of public trust and demanding a big apology. So, what is the broader political ramifications for all this? The overall takeaway from these allegations, according to what I think, is that things are not too well for the PNP right now. That's what I believe. When all of those things can be said about your party leader, it is not a good look. The JLP, for its part, is clearly not hesitating to capitalize on everything, and it is anticipated that the situation will get worse for the PNP as it is a direct insult. And these actions demonstrate a profound lack of respect for Jamaica and its people, especially concerning the slavery comment, which should have triggered immediate and strong disciplinary action from the PNP. And sometimes I fail to understand politicians. You might be doing something and you might just land yourself into trouble. So James Robertson's speech is a masterclass in undermining McGolding's leadership credibility, launched as a multifaceted attack on his character, past actions, and perceived lack of respect and accountability. Here is how Robertson achieves all this that I'm telling you, directly declaring unfitness, right? So he openly stated by Mark Golding is not fit to be Prime Minister of Jamaica, and this instantly sets a condemnatory tone, framing Golding as fundamentally unsuitable for the nation's highest office of position. There is a character assassination, and Golding was labeled as chaotic, condensing, disrespectful, and possessing a bad attitude. Robertson attacks him with this personal character. These are presented as essential human skills expected of leaders, and their alleged absence in Golding is painted as deeply problematic. Then there is the extensive list of offenses. The sheer volume of instances where Golding allegedly owes apology creates a powerful narrative of repeated disrespect and poor judgment. So, from the ombudsman to Bobby Montek, to the ladies of Jamaica for that demeaning remark, to calling liberates them fools, insulting Michelle Charles as classless, flippantly saying dead people could vote, and using that mysterious term for his own friends. Each item builds a case of a leader seemingly out of touch or uncaring, and the dismissal of apologies. Robertson shrewdly dismisses Golding's past apologies as insincere, quoting Golding Golding seemingly humble apology verbatim, like, sorry sir never means no disrespect. We never mean to offend nobody. Me is a humble youth, and we are well behaved youth, and I will never disrespect the Jamaican people. So Robertson quickly follows by calling it no apology, arguing that it requires an apology for what he did. So this paints Golding as someone who lacks genuine remorse or accountability, making him appear like disingenuous, right? So he goes ahead by questioning the internal party standing, like they claim that Golding will have to apologize to PNP for not presenting his birth certificate to them. It's subtle yet potent jab. It implies a lack of transparency or a foundational issue that could potentially undermine his legitimacy even within his own political organization. And then we have the allegations of financial misconduct, like the grave accusation attributed to Ronnie that Golding and his associates profited from the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich in 400 years is a direct challenge to his integrity and trustworthiness. It positions him as someone potentially benefiting from economic inequality, which is particularly damaging in a country like Jamaica. So another thing is exploiting historical trauma. The most scathing criticism centers on the incident where Golding and Dayton Campbell allegedly hold up shackles and I come smile and make fun of something like slavery. So Robertson powerfully emphasizes that this act is not funny, it is not cute, and it is not cool, highlighting a deep insensitivity to the profound suffering associated with slavery. So he goes ahead and suggesting that the mature-minded people in the PNP should have run those guys out of the party for this act, implying that Golding's associations with such behaviors renders him unfit for public trust. By methodically enumerating these points, Robertson aims to portray Golding as profoundly lacking the fundamental character, respect, accountability, and ethical standing required of a national leader, thereby severely damaging his credibility and reputation in the eyes of the electorate. So, the accusations against Golding amplified by the by this Jamaican MP, they carry a significant and wide-ranging political implications for both the PNP and the JLP party. So, for the PNP party, for instance, undermining leadership and electability, like the most immediate consequence, is a direct challenge to Golding's suitability for the highest office. The assertion that Golding is not fit to be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica directly aims to erode public confidence in his leadership of the PNP. As I note from the speech, when all of these things can be said about your party, like all these things can be said about your party, it does not look good. It signals as negative impact on the party's offer, image, and appeal. This is a damaged public image and trust, like the sheer volume of allegations from behavioral issues and to failing offering sincere apologies. Like the image of Golding right now, it is totally destroyed. Like this perception of a deficit in mannerisms, respectability, attitude, coupled with a lack of accountability, like it is just crazy. So guys, tell me in the comments, what do you think about this video? Do you think that because James Robertson came out and said all these things about Golding, do you think right now Golding is unfit to be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica? Tell me in the comments, tell me what you think, and most importantly, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to turn on post notifications so that every time I post new videos, you'll be the first person to get notified about my content. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting me. Those returning subscribers, you're the people who make me make these videos every day. Guys, let us get to 1,000 subscribers. Kindly let us do this, my people. Until next time, peace out.